Hello, it's Gabby here for you. Before we jump onto this week's podcast, I just want to let you know about 2 ways that you can work with me. First of all, I do one-to-one coaching and I do that via Zoom, so we can jump on a Zoom call at a time to suit you. The second thing I've got for you is an online coaching course that's 12 modules that you can download straight away now. There will be a link somewhere around these podcast notes. And this is the course that I've designed, and it's got everything in it that I wish I'd have known when I finished cancer treatment and I was lost. So you can download that course now and you can start working towards making this your happiest and healthiest year ever. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you think. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hello and welcome to Confidence After Cancer. I'm Gabby Mottershead, cancer recovery coach, speaker, and 18-year inflammatory breast cancer survivor. I help professional people rebuild their confidence, identity, and emotional well-being after cancer treatment ends so that they can thrive at work and in life without overworking, without people-pleasing, or without constantly pretending that they are fine. And before we begin today, if you're quietly struggling after cancer treatment and wondering why everything feels so hard behind the scenes, please know this: you are absolutely not alone. And if you'd like private support, you can book a confidence clarity call with me. The link is in the show notes. Because one thing I've noticed about many high-functioning people, particularly high-functioning women, after cancer treatment is how incredibly good they become at hiding. What are they hiding? Well, quite often they are hiding exhaustion, hiding anxiety, perhaps hiding overwhelm, hiding fear, hiding the fact that emotionally they are barely holding it all together. Because from the outside, they may look very capable, they may look professional, strong, resilient. They may be back at work, replying to emails, leading teams, leading departments, supporting everybody else, supporting everybody in their families, supporting all the relationships around them, showing up, smiling, functioning. But privately, many women are struggling far more than anybody realises. And I think this is one of the most misunderstood parts of cancer recovery. It's the "I'm fine" mask that many of us wear. Many women, especially professional women, have spent their entire lives being rewarded for coping well, for being reliable, high achieving, calm under pressure, helpful, resourceful, strong, independent. So when cancer happens, those patterns don't suddenly disappear. In fact, many survivors become even more determined to prove that they are okay, they can cope with this, to prove they can still cope, to prove they are still competent, to prove cancer hasn't changed them, it hasn't robbed them of everything that's good in their lives. And this is what often happens. You can become very skilled at saying, "I'm fine," even when you're exhausted, even when you're frightened, even when your confidence has disappeared, and even when you feel emotionally disconnected from yourself. I know these feelings all too well. And I see this particularly, it can show up in the workplace. Many women return to work after cancer carrying invisible fear that every single day, fear that people will see them differently, fear that people will judge them and assume that they are no longer capable. They fear that they may lose opportunities they've fought so hard over so many years to get in their careers. They fear they may be slower. There's a genuine fear, I have this, that you're less sharp, that you may be viewed as fragile. So, instead of asking for support, what can happen is they overperform. They push harder. They stay late. They say yes to everything. avoid admitting they are struggling. And meanwhile, their nervous system is screaming for rest, crying out for rest. This is why so many survivors end up emotionally burnt out after treatment ends, because they never truly allow themselves to recover. And I can remember this feeling myself. I desperately wanted life to feel normal again. I was so impatient for that to happen. And I really wanted people to stop worrying about me. I wanted to prove to myself that I was still capable, strong, useful. And I became really good at looking okay. But underneath that, there was grief, massive grief. There was confusion about who I even was anymore. And I know now that many women listening today will recognize that feeling immediately, especially high-achieving women, because often the stronger you appear externally, the lonelier recovery can become internally. And that's how I felt. I felt so alone, like nobody could understand what I was going through. How could they? I couldn't even understand it myself. But the real issue is not weakness, it's survival mode. Many survivors stay emotionally switched on long after treatment ends. Your body has been through such trauma. Your identity has been disrupted. Your sense of safety has been changed. But because you're functioning, nobody realizes how much energy that is still taken out of you. And honestly, sometimes you don't even fully realize it either until one day you snap, you shut down, you feel numb. You may end up crying constantly and not understanding why you are crying, where these tears come from. You may lose all motivation or just feel completely and utterly emotionally exhausted. And then comes the guilt. Why can't I cope? Because this is not failure. It's accumulated emotional survival. And this is something I work through a lot with the women I support privately, because healing after cancer is not simply about getting through treatment. It's about rebuilding your relationship with yourself afterwards, learning how to stop performing wellness, how to stop abandoning your own needs, learning for the first time for many women how to create boundaries, learning how to regulate your nervous system, how to rebuild confidence safely, and how to stop trying your worth, how to stop tying your worth to productivity. That's the deeper work, the guided transformation. And honestly, that's often where true recovery begins. That's where my recovery began. Once I'd learned the tools and techniques to help me address these issues, instead of pretending that everything was okay when it really wasn't, when I really got underneath the skin of what was going on and asked myself what I wanted my life to look like, and started working actively towards that, that's when my true recovery began. So here's something I'd like you to reflect on today. Just ask yourself this, just sit quietly with this if you can. Put your hand on your heart and ask yourself quietly, where in your life are you pretending that you are coping when actually you need more support than you allow yourself to admit? I'll ask you that again. Where in your life are you pretending that you are coping when actually you need more support than you allow yourself to admit? And just notice what comes up. Just get curious. No judgment, no criticism, just honesty with yourself to begin with. And just see what comes up. And it may give you something really interesting to think about. I'd like to leave you with this. If this episode has resonated with you at all, if you are tired of carrying everything alone and you'd like some calm, supportive guidance as you rebuild your confidence and your identity after cancer, I'd love to invite you to book a confidence clarity call with me. We can talk about where you are now, what's feeling difficult, and what support could help you to move forward. The link to book that is in the show notes. And if you know another survivor who always says, "I'm fine," while silently struggling, please share this episode with them, because so many women need to hear this. They are not alone in this. So thank you so much for being with me today. And please remember, you do not have to earn rest. You do not have to prove your worth. And you do not have to carry this alone. Stay safe and stay sane. And I will speak to you very soon, my love. Thanks for listening. Take care.